Oh, hi! Yes, we are just standing in my sort of messy kitchen. I was going to call this video something really jazzy, like 10 coping tips when you're having a bad day. Which I think we can all agree is actually a really snazzy title. I don't know, actually, I might still call it that. Maybe we'll throw some coping tips in there. Weirdly, was going to film it and then was like, oh, no, wait, having a bad day. Not really actually feeling up to giving advice on anything life. So funny story, I used to say that I didn't have any mental health problems at all. I just had physical health things. Therefore, there was like just mental stuff that came along with that. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Jessica. I was born with some physical disabilities that affect my nerves and muscles, which then affect like loads of other stuff, and then give me the effects of having a long-term chronic illness. Kind of is like having a long-term chronic illness. Basically, I have long-term chronic illness. Then I started having therapy with BetterHelp, sponsor of today's video, and realised, no. The actual truth of the matter is, it's a lot of light in my nose. It doesn't really matter what you started with, Jessica, because you went through some stuff and that really sucked. That left you with some things inside that are difficult to deal with mentally. Wonderful. Some days I'm much better at dealing with that than other days. Some days it does not cross my mind at all. Other days it is just there, really right there. Very much sticking in my mind. I don't know why we say mind. It's not in them. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's like a big empty space inside my soul. That's fun. Side note, one of the things that probably scarred me the most was not being acknowledged or not having the fact things were difficult for me acknowledged, because it was supposed to be something that I went through a lot. Therefore, how could it continue to be upsetting? Right? If I'm a child who injures myself a lot, how can I be emotionally distressed about a new injury? Well, I can. Or being treated like it was perfectly reasonable to have delayed medical attention for a broken bone for an entire day. Because, of course, I was often injured and I should be used to pain. So if you're going through a similar thing, I'd just like to take this moment to say that I recognize and understand and acknowledge you. So as I said, my top tips for coping on a bad day were originally all very physical. Things like keep a gel eye mask in the freezer. Absolutely fabulous for when you've got a migraine. Physically not up to bathing but still need to feel fresh. 100% biodegradable baby wipes. Works like a charm. Have your partner, friend, carer, human of choice fill up a 2-litre bottle, or the largest bottle that you can handle, with water, squash, your drink of choice. Keep you hydrated and you don't have to move very much. It's exceptionally elegant. Stay on top of your pills, even if you're not feeling like eating. Absolutely, 100%. Gotta force something down if it means you need to do it to take your pills. Also, grapes are a really great option. They taste so nice. Love grapes. How much water did it come from? Make sure your Sims laptop is fully charged at all times. Or, whatever else hobby you have. I don't know. It should probably be The Sims. The Sims is really good. Work out your key foods. For me, regular water for some reason makes me feel a bit sick, like it's heavy. Sparkling water doesn't. Find out what works for you, and it's totally okay if that is the only thing that you want to eat that day. It's fine. Absolutely no one judging. Tilly says no judging, therefore, no judging. And then I've realised, hang on, there are a lot of different ways to have a bad day. And a bad day for me doesn't necessarily have to be physical. Sometimes I have just emotionally bad days, which is new, or not new. Maybe it's not new. Maybe I'm just aware of it now. Thanks, therapy. Gosh, just opens you right up. And then you're like, oh, don't know if that was good. Maybe I should lock that box back up. No, I shouldn't know. Therapy is good. Hard, good. But it means that I have other tips like write a journal entry for yourself, or maybe for a friend or partner, or even your BetterHelp therapist. Today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp. You should be aware of BetterHelp by now, but if you aren't, they are the world's largest online therapy platform, making professional therapy accessible, affordable, and convenient. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. So rather than having to find a therapist who works for you just because they're geographically close, but maybe they're not the right fit for you in terms of actual therapy, BetterHelp allows you access to a wider range of therapists, meaning that you could find the person who really gels with you. They have a network of over 20,000 licensed therapists and cater to a range of languages, including American Sign Language. With BetterHelp, you can start communicating with your therapist in as little as 48 hours. And that communication can also take a variety of forms. If you're having a bad day, then maybe these tips are helping. If you're having more bad days than you think you can cope with at the moment, or just feel like you need someone to talk to, then maybe consider seeking professional help. It's definitely helped me. BetterHelp's main priority is to make sure you feel as comfortable as possible, which means that if you don't like your therapist, it's super easy to change them, and you don't even have to tell them. BetterHelp tells them. And you get to schedule in a weekly video or phone session that works for you, rather than it being like the same time each week, and then you've got to like schedule everything around it. Or you could do the same time each week. It really depends on you, really. What kind of a planner are you? If you're interested in trying BetterHelp for yourself, I have a special offer for my followers. You can get 10% off your first month when you sign up using the link in the description. BetterHelp.com/Jessica. That's BetterHelp, help as in HELP.com/Jessica. And obviously, this is a very boring, very obvious, isn't it even a tip if you've heard it this many times before? But being out in nature, it helps. Actually doing things in the garden is probably more helpful. Winding sweet peas, I guess because I'm doing something. And you have to put like a minimal thought into it. But it also allows my mind to just be, just exist. We have bluebells in our garden. Unrelated. Sunny days. They help. There's one thing I've learned from going on a weirdly impromptu mental health journey. It's that a lot of the things that I already knew from dealing with physical health issues, all those little tips and tricks, they all apply just the same. A bad day is a bad day, no matter what kind of a day it is. And of course, some of the tips are both mental and physical and emotional, right? Like, give in. Absolutely just give in. Listen to yourself. Recognize that this is going to be a bad day, that you don't need to fight against that. Just allow the day to be what it is. Fighting against it isn't necessarily going to make it be anything else. So let's just work with what we've got. Or thinking about your day in 1 hour chunks. Whether it's a physical thing that we're dealing with today, mental thing, or again, emotional drama. The great thing is, we're just taking it one step at a time. It's ever so slightly easier, right? Don't overly push yourself to be amazing at work today. It's okay to just be okay sometimes. Probably the reason that being out in nature helps so much is that it just keeps going. And when I'm like, my God, how am I still upset by this thing? How is this upsetting me again? Like, same stuff, different day. Nature, it just keeps on going, right? And the things that we planted last year are bigger now. They're more beautiful. They've grown larger. Our little trees are becoming more established. The bulbs, the peony bulbs that I planted last year that came up and didn't look like they were doing anything at all, that then got cut back, and now this year they've come up again and they actually are going to flower. So excited about those. Oh my gosh. One of these tips should probably just be a dog. Seems like a pretty good life to me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've managed to take something away, some of my tips. Let me know in the comments if you have more tips for people having a bad day, whatever form of bad day that is. Whether it's a physical one, an emotional one, a mental one, you know, or it's just a crummy day. Sometimes we just have really crummy days. Feel your feelings, friend. Feel your feelings. Absolutely no one is the judge of you. Thank you again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video and for providing therapy that I've found really helpful. Remember, I have a special offer for my followers. Get 10% off your first month when signing up using the link in the description. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I make a new video, which, reminder, I do have some time off coming up. Yes, I'm going to be taking a whole month off from the 20th of May to the 20th of June, so I can spend a whole month with my beautiful, beautiful baby boy. Also, write a book, probably make it into a video. It's exciting, it's scary, that's the world, I guess. I'll see you in my next video.